These are the stories of persons with disabilities who have found and thrived in fulfilling work, and of the workplace leaders with the confidence, capacity, and know-how to employ and mentor them. In this journey, Matt Freeman describes the importance of environmental design and wraparound supports.
One of the most attractive things about working in rehab science at McMaster was that there were accessible washrooms on every floor, which made it easier for me to actually get to work and be at work to attend meetings so that I could use the washroom. So that seems like a really insignificant issue, but for a lot of people with disabilities, access to an accessible washroom is one of the decisions they have to make. And added to that, there were a lot of transportation bonuses from working on a university campus. There were accessible buses that came around the campus all the time. So getting to and from work wasn't going to be a big barrier. Around the spring of 2008, my attendant care provider in Hamilton became frustrated that I needed to frequently change my schedule so that I could attend work meetings. And I was told by the agency, your job should understand that you can't attend early morning meetings. And I attempted to explain to them, I'm only an employee and I can't set the schedule for the entire work team. So I eventually ended up moving to Toronto, which was an hour away from Hamilton, because the agency that I'm with in Toronto was willing to meet my need for a flexible schedule. And I'm sure a lot of academics in the room and policymakers understand that sometimes there isn't a lot of notice for committee meetings or group meetings, and sometimes stuff pops up. So there wasn't the ability to provide like a week's notice for meetings or anything like that. So that was a challenge, but it has been met for other ways. But these are the kind of issues that people with disabilities face when they're thinking about employment. It isn't just the job, it's everything around the job and how it will influence the employment. And as I move forward with McMaster, one of the things that I'm most proud of is that I began working on a disability related project, but then my disability has become less and less important to my employment roles. It's still a very important part of my identity as an employee, but the disability expertise has become less and less over time. And with that, I think I'll wrap it up. But that's my one takeaway message is to consider everything around the individual, and it's not just success in employment. It's how the success of employment has improved an individual's life in any number of ways.